This is the Ridiculously Random Podcast where we talk about everything except pro wrestling.
Whoa! Hey! Can I get a word in here? I want to introduce myself.
Oh, wait a second! I haven't even introduced myself. I'm your host, Big Ray, and this is my co-host, Colin Wysong.
Yes, and this is the Ridiculously Random Podcast where we talk about movies, tech, games, pop culture, pretty much whatever the we want to talk about.
Oh, will you stop? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the show.
Well, this sucks. We're not streaming on what do you call it? Rumble. I can't hear you, Colin.
I am muted because my slide thing was down. We're not on the Rumble gimmicks.
No, man. This fucking Rumble thing sucks, dude. What's going on,
It's okay.
man?
Why don't we just upload it later? Like you always do.
I'm going to have to do that. So you were telling me something about Ronald Reagan, or whatever. What was the old man that runs the country?
Oh, the old man that runs the country, Joe Biden?
Yeah. What were you saying about him?
It's fucking awesome.
That's what I was saying about
Oh,
him.
you still have that? You son
Yes,
of a bitch.
The Red Sox, Big Poppy.
We've got it all over here still.
Enough.
We've got it's fucking awesome. But so as you know, there is a hurricane barreling down on our beautiful, normal, very intelligent, very sexy person who fills this time slot for you every Wednesday.
Right.
It's barreling down on her right now, right? Well, our beloved president, Joe Biden, was on TV today talking about how, and somebody asked him a question if he'd talked to DeSantis about the hurricane and all that stuff, right?
Okay.
He's like, yeah, of course I've talked to the governors. He's like, Cooper, he's like my favorite guy. Like we've talked to him. There's a lot of low-lying areas in North Carolina.
He's like naming people who have been dead for 20 years.
No. He only named the Democrat governor.
Oh, really?
He totally avoided the question of whether he talked to DeSantis about the Florida that's going to get hit by the hurricane. But no, he wanted to talk about North Carolina and the governor, not governors, as he said he spoke to on the phone, and then just tried to talk really nicely about North Carolina's great governor, Roy Cooper.
Well, people may be tuning in expecting to see April. Maybe we should have said something at the top of the show. Don't you think?
I should have. It's okay.
So what's going on here? Why are we here?
Why are we here?
Haven't we done this was the last time we did this? 2020?
I guess 2022, we came back for a little bit.
Right, 2021.
Yeah.
This is the Ridiculously Random Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We started it in 2020 when we were all locked in. We had nothing better to fucking do. So me and Colin just did a podcast, and people liked it. So,
and the same insane shit is still going on. We're about to get COVID lockdowns again, Ray.
Yes. Bring back the Ridiculously Random Podcast on a regular basis. That'd be fantastic. So so April, she's basically her living room's flooded, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this right now they said it's so terrible. Like Ray, there's 100-mile-an-hour winds outside of North Carolina right now. Like there's trees falling down, there's lightning, there's thunders, I think a witch just went by on a bicycle and a broom or something like that.
The Wizard of Oz, you asshole.
Oh. Yeah, there's not shit going on outside. It's literally
just like a light rain,
just constant rain, and then the whole sky is nothing but a cloud. That's it.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, listen. Right now, we have some of our regular friends that I don't remember, dude. Did we play a song or I don't have the song? Like
what song?
I don't know, when we were fucking acknowledging the crowd.
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit. So it's together. Get your shit together.
Yeah, Ray, you heard him. Get your shit together. What are you doing over here?
So
what do you guys want to talk about?
Oh shit, I didn't have that loud enough. Should I ask Cody again? Cody, what'd you say? Cody? Oh, now it's even lower.
Now it's even lower. Yes, Cody, I heard you. Don't worry. Even though Ray's got terrible ears, what do you want to talk about?
I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.
So for people,
the vet's going to be on the show tonight.
No, he's not.
Oh,
that fucking cranky old son of a bitch. He's never going to be on the show. We have a bunch of shit to talk about, actually. We're doing our top 5 mugshots, celebrity mugshots. I wanted to talk to you about what the fuck is going on here in New York, bro. Like this migrant shit is going crazy, man. But we do have a whole multitude of topics to talk about, and also we do have our top 5, like I said, and we'll jump into mail sack towards the end of the show. And we have 3 emails or 3 Twitters or 2 Twitters and 1 Facebook, so that's pretty good. And the vet's not going to be coming in, guys. That's never going to happen. God damn it, man! I swear, Rumble is the fucking worst, bro. Jesus fucking
Is
Christ.
it still giving us that notification? I just clicked off of it and tried to go somewhere else. It's.
Can you do that? Can we stream somewhere else?
No, I think you're fine.
Oh,
you actually might be able to go live somewhere else if you take it off. Let's see.
You think so?
We're gonna do this on the fly. We're gonna remove.
We're gonna do this.
We're gonna remove.
Can we do that?
We're gonna remove that. Where you want to go, Ray? You want to go to Hami Media Group? You want to go to the Ridiculously Random Podcast YouTube channel?
Let's go to the A Show Twitter.
A Show Twitter. There we go. And
right,
save changes.
No.
And we should be live
On fucking on the A Show Twitter. Are you shitting me?
We should be. Yeah, it says it right there at the top.
Fuck, I wish I would have hooked up my Twitter. I got like fucking 8,000 followers.
Yeah, it's okay. We're here.
That's all right.
But you know what? You know what we should do first?
What's that?
Big Ray?
What's
Well, as I fuck everything.
Yeah,
up right
Colin's
over here,
just
right?
the absolute
Right.
fucking worst.
You know what you should I think I got rid
I'm
of that
serious.
one.
I'm not going to sit back and take
You
this
sh- you
fucking
shouldn't.
shit.
You shouldn't sit back and take that shit. You know what we're gonna do?
What?
You know what we're gonna do, Ray?
Just fucking do it.
Sitting at home.
Mm-hmm.
Acknowledge me.
That's right. We're gonna acknowledge the chat.
I don't
Ladies
have
and
any
gentlemen.
music though.
No, we don't need music. We don't. You can hum some music in the background.
Ooh.
Actually,
I got a song.
Okay.
It comes with a
whatever.
question first.
What question is that?
Let me see if I have it.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for
Not
coming
Big Ray.
in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. Gay.
All right, let's
Gay. Why are you gay?
turn that down a little bit while we acknowledge the chat. All right, so it looks like we've got Buckshot Kid. I hope you checked your email. Unfortunately, I don't know if I did or not.
How can I describe you?
CKY Halo.
You are gay.
His butt is wide.
Gay.
We've got Gam Wolfers. What's up, Gam Wolfers? Winona's in the chat.
Why are you gay?
She said she just got done eating some chips.
Mhm.
I need to hear this again. Gay.
I
Dark
told
Side
you.
Caster. We've
So
got
who is
Dark
gay?
Side Caster. And we've got Babo. Hey, Babo. Is RJ watching the show, Babo? Is RJ watching the show? Because if he is, we're gonna teach him something today. Big Ray, do you want to teach Babo's son something?
No, I'm not gonna
You know
do
the
that.
same thing that you taught my son? You
This-
don't want to finger in
Finger
the
in the
holes? Yeah, finger in the holes.
Finger in the holes.
Finger in the holes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Finger in the
ladies and
holes.
gentlemen, please fingers in the holes when you get the
Fingers in
opportunity.
the
That'll
holes.
be
Cool,
fantastic.
awesome dude is here tonight.
Fuck
And
yeah.
what's up, everybody? We've got Big Kenny. Big Kenny 75. So there were 74 other Big Kennys before this one, right?
Yeah, we'll do this.
There you go. We've got Zane Vicious.
Zane, the ruler of the world.
Vicious. You have to like spit. Like spittle has to come out when you say
I've
his
done
name.
that, bro. It's just
Yeah.
too much.
I think that's it, everybody. That's,
All right,
that's
for now.
everybody that's in the chat
For now. For now, there's somebody
We'll roll it in.
there's somebody who I can't wait to jump into the chat. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Son of a
Now-
fucking bitch.
Now, Ray,
What?
you asked me a question.
Yeah.
Now I've got a question for you
Okay.
and all of the chat.
What's the question?
What floor is Mario on?
Oh shit! Should I call him now?
We should try to call him now.
All right. So while I do this, I think I have this set up here. Let me fuck. I don't know if I have it. Let's see.
What? You're good. I've got the theme music already to go.
Oh, this is an updated version. Oh, you have the old school one.
I kept that
Oh, all right, let's call Mario. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. What floor is Mario on? So Mario's my coworker, and are you turning the music down?
just so they can hear you, sir.
Well, they can hear me fine, bro. Don't fuck this up.
Okay.
Jesus fuck, Elliot Spaceman. What's going on, bro? He says, "What's good, Big Ray and Colin? Has anyone heard from April? Is she okay?" Yes, she's actually okay. I've been texting her. I literally texted her like about 10 minutes ago. So April's totally fine. Her boobs are fantastic. We got number 3. We got 3rd floor. We got 11th floor. We have the 13th floor. What floor is Mario on? We don't know. We're gonna call Mario. I'm gonna call Mario.
what floor he's
Actually,
on.
I'm gonna call him on the lobby phone.
What
Maybe
floor
he's on-
is Mario on?
Let's
Well,
see.
ladies and gentlemen,
All right,
get it in now.
Yeah. So get your last names, Colin. Read them out, Colin. While I.
So we've got okay, yeah, I got you. So we've got a couple of what if well actually first off, Winona being a little spicy tonight, Winona. Said, what if the finger is always in the hole?
Oh well. You know how that goes.
Hey.
All right,
We've got Buckshot Kid who says he might be on floor number 6.
Ooh, Javi. Uchiha. All right. We're about to cut it down now. Here we go. You ready? I'm calling Mario.
We got Wolfers number 3.
Oh, shut up. Call him. Let's see if it works. Shit.
166 96th Street.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen. It is Mario.
Hey. What's up, pal? How you doing?
Mario,
buddy.
you are on the Ridiculously Random podcast, and we're playing that great
Colin
favorite
on the
range
other end of
code.
this phone call?
Yeah, that's Colin
What-
right there. He's talking.
What
to you. He's
floor
naked.
is Mario on, ladies and gentlemen? Mario, how's it been,
Take
sir?
a guess.
All right. Well,
It's, nice to hear from you. It's okay. Everything is good. How are you?
Doing great, doing great.
good. All right. So we got.
All right. I hope.
Check Mario. Listen, we got 6th floor. We got the 3rd floor. We got the 11th floor and the 4th floor, the 8th floor. Well, we got a couple of guesses here, Mario. I mean, but anyway, you wanted to say hello to Colin because I know you guys still text each other. Text each other.
I miss Colin, bro. It's been a long time since I got to choke chicken to him, man.
Yeah, man, it's been a while. It's been a while.
I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's good. I hope some of the old audience is back. What's one of the names I remember? Sonic? Is that one of the guys I can remember?
Sonic he's not in the chat right now, but Sonic is one of the names. Yes, sir. Ray hasn't let too many migrants come and live in your building, has he?
They're not in the building yet, but they're in the neighborhood.
Not yet.
From all over.
Okay.
They're pouring in thanks to our wonderful leader, who's not a good leader.
Well, I don't know. I heard our president's fantastic.
Anyway, you guys want to know what floor I'm on?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry to break the news. I am on the main floor.
Oh shit.
Main floor. Did anyone have main?
Anybody had the lobby?
Tonight.
Lobby? Anyone? Main floor? Lobby? No winners today, Big Ray.
God damn it. Oh, I think somebody coming in there, Mario.
What's up? Yeah, bro. I just had a little. Could be this awning that's in front of the building. Give me a little bit of static.
Are the migrants?
Listen, I hope this is not a one and done. I hope you guys reunite, and then get something going.
Listen, are the migrants coming into the building right now as we speak?
Yeah, I would be blocking them. I would build a wall, unlike our government.
So, whenever our friend Mario comes on, he always has like a tidbit or like a piece of advice or something he wants to talk about or express. So, Mario, do you have any words of wisdom for your adoring fans here?
Yes, it's important that in 2024 you remember who's not doing the right thing and who will do the right thing. I don't want to tell somebody how to vote, but things are bad right now. Let's just leave it at that. Whether you're in a blue state or a red state, blue states seem to be having the blues, but just remember this president we have, he's not what a president is supposed to be. He's a human meat puppet. He doesn't do anything, and that there's people behind him controlling the deal, and they're prosecuting somebody to stop, to interfere in the election, and Ray, I could get into a bit of a headache for talking about this, but it's the truth, and we, and the only way we can really take our country back is by going out to vote,
Yeah, I mean,
the odds are kind of against everybody who's leaning to the right. The odds are kind of against you,
I mean, we're not in a total rush.
But you have to fight. What's up, pal?
We're not in a total rush here, Colin. Do you have anything to ask Mario?
Well, I mean, I like his views on things. I mean, how do you feel?
Thank you, Colin. Thank you. I'm semi-hard right now.
Well, and that's, look, I get it. It's and this is someone who's in New York, right? This is a viewpoint of someone who's street level, lives in New York, who's
literally in the lobby
with the common man.
I live in the hood.
He's on the main floor.
Guys, I live in the hood.
Right? Yeah, and he knows your ground level. You seeing it like in one of these big blue cities, you know, one of these
Listen,
big metropolises that they're trying to do a lot of this stuff in.
Good, Mario.
if I could give a sample, you know, I live in the hood, you know, and things were okay a few years ago, but the hood's gotten a lot worse, you know, drugs, heroin, whatever, you know. And it's tough to see, man. You know, when you have to walk through your family and walk through bad things, it's very annoying, very hard to deal with, you know. And the cost of everything has gone up, food, whatever, you know, used cars, whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You got to remember that, you know, this country is being torn asunder, you know, to use a term I would normally not use. You know, it sounds like something from a fucking comic book, but the country is being destroyed, you know, and everyone should think about that. And it's not a matter of right or left. It's a matter of what's right to do, you know. You know, I hate to, you know, I like what is one Democrat I like, Robert Kennedy Jr., but he's not getting a fair shake because he speaks the truth, you know.
Colin, Colin.
I hope I didn't depress you guys, by the way.
No, not yet.
But honestly, you know what? They'll probably if looks like April is in the chat. Welcome to the show, April. You know, it really does sound like crap. That they're gonna treat Robert Kennedy kind of like they did with Bernie Sanders. They're gonna drum up this base, and then they're gonna get everybody excited, and they're just gonna pull the rug out from under him and give it to somebody else, and then he's just gonna play along.
Good point, Colin, because this puppet that's in the president's office now, he ain't gonna get all. It looks like he may not get all the way through to the election, man, and they're gonna put somebody else to change the optics, like smoke and mirrors, or or the little shell game that you move the shells around. You know, it might be Newsom. It ain't gonna be Kamala Harris because she looks like you know.
Yeah,
but,
they're not high on her.
You know, but this guy's the worst, man. You know, and like my political knowledge goes back to when I was a child, and I remember when Ronald Reagan won his election. You know, so things are very dirty right now.
Yeah, dirty.
How are you doing with the weather in North Carolina, there, Colin?
It's just drizzling right now. There's not much going on.
Speaking of dirty, I heard that in the hood, dog rape has gone up. Is that true?
Have a good night. yes, it has.
I thought he just
he's getting off on that one.
No, I'm on. I'm on. But listen, it's all good if you put the finger in first, loosen things up.
Okay.
Okay.
I think all right. So last thing, is there one last word of love and advice or anything you can give us before we let you go, buddy?
When you have a woman, you got to make sure she's satisfied, and then you keep her for 20 years. That's my advice at the moment. I have lots more to say, but I'm not in the best position to say it right now because I'm busy.
Mm-hmm.
But take good care of you ladies, and they'll take good care of you. That's what I'm living like right now.
We catch your
you
drift.
have a wonderful wife yourself, so you know how it goes.
Are you trying? Wait, I think I get what you're saying, Mario. You're saying you gotta,
your finger in the hole, Mario.
Finger in the hole action.
Fingers in the hole, guys. Did I break up there?
No, a little bit, but it's fine. Not like your wife's gonna break
I
up
have
with you
that
after she hears
stupid
this.
scaffolding in front of the building.
It's fine, bro. It's
So
really
that's
fine.
kind of messing me up a little bit. Listen, thank you for the call, gentlemen.
Well, thank you
and
for
I hope to
picking
see
up.
you guys back together again down the road. No. I wish I had more time to talk and a little more freedom. I'm kind of like got one hand behind the back, but I wish you guys the best, Colin. I wish you the best, and I wish all the people in Florida with this storm the best.
All right.
Appreciate you, Mario.
All right.
And God bless America, guys. That's one thing I used to sign off with. God bless America.
And the Dominican Republic.
God bless
as well.
you guys.
Later, brother.
Take care, guys.
Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mario. Well, we were all fucking wrong.
What floor is Mario on? We were all wrong. I didn't even
Goddamn
think main
fucking
floor was
lobby.
an option, right?
Well, the
Like
main
I'm
floor
out on
is now.
6th Street.
Jesus fuck. So
Fighting
you wanted
a homeless person out here, Ray.
you wanted to kind of kick this shit off with discussing the fact that that the COVID, not only the vaccines, but that they're trying to lock down and bring back the mask mandates again. Is that right?
Yeah, it looks like that. There's already been a lot of reports that you're seeing that there's and I have to blame Kaz for this because he's our residential Canadian. But Canada has a new COVID variant that's coming, and it's gonna be worse than the first. And they're gonna lock us all down. They're putting mask mandates in. They're slowly. I'm actually starting to see more people walking around wearing masks now, day to day in public life.
I'm seeing
Government
that
buildings
shit too, man.
are, I guess, starting to mask up and things like that. Like it's kind of crazy.
It is really aggravating. So, like in New York City, I'm starting to see this shit a lot on the trains, and what I'm noticing is that it's not even old people. It's a lot of young people, with blue or green hair. usually with multiple tattoos and or piercings.
Yeah.
You know the deal. And more. I matter of fact, I should have taken a picture of it. But and also crime. But that's
A-Track took a picture of something today.
Did you see? Oh, you know what? Let me pull that up.
Oh, don't pull that up.
I'm gonna pull. Why not?
You can't. Can you play that?
I'm gonna fucking pull that up. What? I mean,
oh my god, it looked like a thumb sticking out from between his.
Is it on Track Brown or Track Dastardly? Which one is it?
I don't. It was on Facebook. I can't believe Facebook allowed that to be posted.
Oh my fucking lord! Are you ready for this? All right, guys.
Ridiculous.
So you guys know that I'm not fucking around. April, you ready for this one? I'm not fucking around. This is our friend A-Track Brown. He does what I do. He's like a vigilante on the train, and I'm gonna share this. This is his Facebook group. Now I want you guys to all focus in. Okay, I'm gonna make this as big as possible. There we go. Beautiful.
Because it's not. It's not big.
So check this out. So this is the train. This is the shit I deal with now. See the picture on the right. This looks like a lovely gentleman, you know, who may identify as other than the gentleman, and yeah,
there's something poking out there, Ray.
What is that?
What is that? What is that poking out there between his shorts?
Is that a mantle toe?
I don't. What is that?
I can't.
Like, what? Yes, everyone, you saw that. Set on some gum.
Fucking mammal toe.
Oh gosh,
this is legit, dude.
Yeah, on the train. Ray has to deal with people smoking crack, and the Track gets to deal with that. Track always winds up in neighborhoods in New York where there's like a gay. He'll turn the corner, there's like a gay pride parade going on, and he's like, "Oh, I'm stuck in a gay pride parade."
Oh my god, bro!
But only in New York, though. Only in New York can you just be walking down the street and then turn a left, and you're just in the middle of like Pride Week.
Let me,
just randomly on a Tuesday.
I know not everybody follows me on Twitter, and that's cool.
Buckshot Kid.
What'd he say?
He said, "I thought black guys were big."
Well,
this looks like a little smoky.
Speaking, let me see if I can find this gentleman.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
He is not putting any fingers in holes tonight, ladies. There's
so no kidding, man. Like I can't find why can't I find my fucking my Twitter?
I'm gonna have to stop looking at the chat.
So anyway, back to
Yeah.
while I'm looking for this, back to mask mandates.
Oh man. Well, it's ridiculous, right? Like why are people gonna go through this again when we all like all the science and all the stuff has come out since the first wave of COVID that none of this stuff worked, right? Unless they're going to tell you, hey, you only have to wear K95 masks. You only have to do this and that. But like when old lady Betty comes in and she's got the crocheted mask that she made at home, it's not helping anyone. It's not helping you. It's not helping me. It's ridiculous. Stop being sheep.
And random.
Yes, it's totally random.
And nobody takes it seriously. Like not for nothing. It's lawlessness in New York. So listen, I'm a smoker and I smoke weed every once in a while. I'm not like a huge, and Colin, you like smoking weed, right?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But when you're on public fucking transportation, as I tweeted here, let me turn the volume. These two fucking jamooks are smoking right on the goddamn fucking train. This is the
hot box in the train,
bro. They're passing a fucking blunt on the train. I recorded it. They don't give a fuck. They don't even realize it.
No, well, they. I mean, New York's a little bit different, right? Like, so when the last time we were there for your wedding, we were walking down the street and there were 4 guys like walking up the street, just passing a blunt between each other, walking around. Like New York doesn't smell like trash anymore. Like literally, from someone who is here where the air is like fresh. It's clean, like you don't have to deal with it, right? Like New York had a certain smell, and I remembered it when I went the first time, right? Now that weed is legal and they're not arresting people for it, you come out of Penn Station and just come into like right there where Madison Square Garden is. It's an amazing thing, Ray. As someone who, if you've never been to New York, if you take the train, and you come out of Penn Station and just it's New York. Madison Square Garden is like right there in front of you. Like it's all just it's beautiful to take in and everything like that, right? And you would think you're gonna smell like what a city smells like, right? Like gas fumes, homeless people, you know, like rats and stuff running around. You might rat poop or whatever, right? No, it smells like weed. It smells like your house, probably. Like it smells like,
a lot.
It smells
Well,
like your car. It smells like your laundry.
We don't smoke at home, actually, believe it or not. But yeah, man, it's like it's absolute lawlessness. So I don't know if
Disco El Gemstone says it right. Like grandma won't let them smoke at the house, and that's probably true. They won't let like you said, you don't smoke at the house. They're probably not allowed to smoke at the house. So where are you gonna go?
This is ridiculous, though, man. It's like not for nothing. Like I'm a cigarette smoker, right? But for some reason, when I'm on a train, I don't like the smell.
Yeah,
because you're in an enclosed area, so it's like 10 times worse. It stinks. And then the other day, I'm gonna see if I find this. But while I'm looking for the mask mandate,
you know what's crazy about that though, Ray?
What's that?
Can you not like even in our lifetime, Ray? Restaurants and places used to be able to smoke in all of those places, and now we've gotten so accustomed to it, we're just like, yeah, I don't want to be around people smoking. When like literally restaurants had like smoking sections, and the bars you could smoke at a bar. Like there's just places were just filled with cigarette smoke constantly.
And it was different because I mean, literally, you didn't smell it because you were so fucking drunk.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? At the bar, it really didn't matter. But yeah, dude, like it's become an epidemic in the city where people are just, oh, you know what else I fucking hate? And again, this is a ridiculously random podcast, so we could be talking one topic, we'll just jump to another one. But something I really fucking hate is when what the hell were we talking about?
The smoking in the places and the weed on the train and everything.
Oh no, man! Like you could just be like in one place, people will be smoking, and the next place, like this guy. Hold on. Do I have this guy? Look at this guy. Hold on. Let me show you this guy. 1 minute somebody be smoking on the train, right? And the next minute, now this is illegal. This is illegal. I'm gonna show my Twitter again. This guy's just fucking drinking a fucking beer right on the train. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a shit.
He's probably had a long, hard day at work.
No.
Public transportation.
No. And then they give you these options to tweet. Look at this guy. Let's watch this son of a bitch. He doesn't give a fuck. Nobody gives a shit about the law anymore, guys, here in New York City. Look at this guy. He's chugging a fucking 40 on a goddamn D train headed to Brooklyn. At least he's drinking a Modelo and not a Bud Light. Can we at least give him that?
Modelo's the number one beer.
It is the number one beer.
It is the number one. So he better be drinking a Modelo over a Bud Light. I'm actually looking for something because we had someone we just had someone
could have been drinking.
Well, yeah, he could have been drinking that, but Big Ray, Big Ray, we got a special guest that just arrived in the chat.
You're shitting me.
Oh, Miss Tia the Transarchus. Oh, Miss Tia the Miss Tia the Transarchus.
How you doing? You know, you could play that louder because I barely hear it.
I feel like it's really loud in my headphones.
It's not. Not even a little bit.
It's over now.
It's fine. But seriously, man, it's not tea, April. It's not fucking tea.
It's Tia.
I could smell
Transarchus. No, she's talking about Brandon being in the chat.
Oh, I thought she was.
But Jesus, right?
It's really gotten like
you need to lay off the weed.
So my question to you is that you know they're talking about all these mask mandates and bullshit like that. Do you think people are legit going to follow it? Do you think like we're at a point now where at least 75% of the people are like, hell no, we're not doing this shit again?
No, it's gonna be the sheeple will do what the sheep will do, and the ones that don't want to defy it, or the ones that defy it, will defy it, and then the mainstream media will just talk about how it's so terrible that these people are not wearing masks, and they're gonna get people killed and all this other stuff. We're gonna see what we saw in 2020, 2021 all over again, basically, with when they try to run these mask mandates again. But honestly, they're really doing it, Ray, so that they can get people in their homes, so they can get the mail-in ballots going, so they can start with all the bullshit that they started with, because they're starting it early, right?
Mhm.
Like we go next year's the election. Let's go ahead and start getting people locked down in their houses and say
Right.
it's worse,
I
so that
agree.
we can start pumping out these mail-in ballots, these absentee ballots, these free ballots that you can
Mhm.
send in and all this stuff.
That's how they do it, man. That's how it's gonna be done. And I really do like. I'm gonna tell you something, Colin. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I'm scared. I'm really scared. And the reason why I'm scared is because they're already doing this shit, and I fear that somehow this old man's gonna get voted back into the office.
Oh yeah, he's totally gonna get voted back in. Watch.
You really think so?
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Isn't that terrifying to you?
Yeah. Well, so I actually told Bello, the Andrew Bello, hip hop artist Andrew Bello, Sour B, as some like to call him. I told him this long before the presidential election, when Trump was still president, is that what's going to happen is they swung the pendulum so far to the right that they
swinging
were
the pendulum like the guy in the train.
yeah. So they were
swinging the
he has
pendulum
like
from his
he had like
shorts.
one, the little ball thing that you can do. That's what his was, right? But
Oh,
so
that's
they swung the
horrible.
pendulum all the way to the right. Now everybody they came in and they swung it all the way to the left. I was like, they're gonna watch, Trump's gonna lose, Biden's gonna come in, they're gonna swing the pendulum all the way to the left with all their craziness, which is what they did, and everybody's gonna get tired of it, right? Like everybody's tired of the craziness, everybody's tired of all that stuff. Look at what happened with Bud Light, all that other stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then they're gonna swing the pendulum back to the right, but they might not. They might just keep it on Biden for a little bit, since
it's gonna be a lot of this, brother.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of that.
A lot of this tolerance bullshit. And it's
How long before we see a politician just like die on TV?
Well,
because Mitch McConnell had his little freezing thing, right?
Oh no.
And
all right, you know what? Keep talking. I got
well, there's
something to show you.
there's a Twitter account that I follow. His name is Justin Wang. He's like one of these YouTube guys, and
Of course it is.
he comments on videos and stuff like that, right? Well, he posted one of like when he talked about the McConnell thing, and he retweeted a video of some Indian guy, and he was like, when are we gonna get the sequel to like this, right? And I'm assuming in this this GIF, Big Ray, it's this Indian guy, and he's starting to talk, and then his eyes just roll into the back of his head, and you legit see his soul just leave his body.
Oh
right.
no.
Like, and it's a GIF. Like, you just watch it, and you're just watching this person just like, he's talking, and then all of a sudden just like eyes in the back of the head and everything, right?
That is scary as shit. But go ahead.
It's weird. It's so just like how we've all seen Mortal Kombat, right? Like when Shang Tsung takes your soul, and like you're just like, right? Like that's exactly what happened to this guy. So we're just waiting to see when like Mitch McConnell or Biden or Feinstein, one of these people, just kind of just falls over dead.
Funny that you mentioned Mitch McConnell and that situation that happened, because this, my friend, happened today.
Running for re-election in 2026.
Mitch McConnell there is. Oh shit! There we go again. What's going on here?
Hey, wait! What is he thinking about? Did I leave? Did I leave the lights on?
Look, his handler just runs in.
Was that a
I'm sorry, you all
was that a fart or a shark?
Oh my god! What the fuck? What do you think is? Let's go back again.
That's probably like Alzheimer's.
Let's take a look at his eyes,
Dementia.
and you can actually hear what he's thinking right now.
April says it, mini stroke, something like that.
You think so?
It says dementia or something like that. So
Do they zoom in? Look, let me zoom in. Look, listen. You can hear his thoughts. Look.
I hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.
Remember that from last?
Always like that with Mitch. Mitch just hates all the kids.
Oh my god!
Lights are on, no one's home. Of course.
That is look. Then he turned it back on. Is she trying to find the switch?
Baby Bobo makes the same face when he poops. That's what I'm saying. He's wondering if that's like, well, was that a fart or a shark? Oh,
bro, that happened today.
Yeah, that's why we need term limits. And you want to know the funny thing about that?
Well,
that happened when he was asked if he was running for re-election at such an old age.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
That he's an android. That's right. Wolf.
it's crazy because you mentioned this shit, and the same thing actually happened again. Listen,
Maybe
this is
that's why I mentioned it, Ray.
this is sad. It's sad and it's scary. Like I genuinely like my biggest fear is that Joe Biden gets elected. He's gonna die.
Just wait till China happens. What's worse? The 90-something-year-old dude that just like had a kid, right? Like he's like that poor child's not gonna know his dad, right? Like because the dude's in his 90s, right? Or what's worse, that like being that father or that child, right? Or having Joe Biden back in as president.
You know, I actually had a conversation with one of my residents from the building and that I work in, and I was shocked, man. I'm like, and I'm having a genuine conversation here with you regarding this. It's just like, I'm like, sir, I want to say his name. Let's call him Jeff. Jeff, and that's not his name. Jeff, you telling me that you would actually rather vote and bring Biden back than have Donald Trump in office? Unequivocally, he's like, absolutely. He's like, do you know what they're accusing Trump of? Do you know what? I'm like,
what are they accusing Biden of? What are they?
He doesn't want to hear it. He didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to hear it. They don't want like.
Well, the right doesn't want to hear it when it comes to Trump, and the left doesn't want to hear it when it comes to Biden. So like they're all crooked. How about that?
I agree. But nobody wants to listen anymore. That's the thing. Speaking about this, not listening, do you have? I have another story here, Colin. Do you want to check this out?
Yeah, let's go.
Tell me how fucked up this is. Hold on, I have a little video here to share. I'm just
that's true. Winona. They need term limits, competency tests, all that stuff.
Check out how fucked up this is. San Francisco, California.
Here at home and new at 11, no cops allowed. That's what the San Francisco Police Officers Association claims is the policy of a restaurant in the Mission District. They're showing us the emails to prove what they call a bigoted policy. NBC's Gia Vang is in the city with the very latest.
It's a tweet thread that starts in all caps, no cops allowed. The San Francisco Police Officers Association, or SFPOA, said that's the policy of Reams, California. The restaurant has 2 locations in the city, one inside the Ferry Building, but the location on the Mission at 25th and Mission is where SFPOA President Tracy McCray claims one officer encountered anti-police bigotry last weekend.
And he was told...
Real quick, before we listen to this police officer talking, how fucked up is this?
Yeah, that's pretty bad. You can't. I think this has been done before. I think a place tried to do this after the George Floyd stuff. I think places tried to like stop serving cops, and I don't think they were. I think it was kind of looked down, like frowned upon, so to speak. Like they can do it, but they really can't. I don't know.
I just don't understand. Like I want somebody to explain to me, right? How do you not feel safe having a uniformed police officer at the establishment that you're eating at? That says a lot about you, I think. Like, what are you up to?
Well, they're doing that woke stuff. They're doing the whole, oh, no cops, we're being woke, we're defund the police. That's all. That's where all this stems from, right? Like it's not them being genuine on anything. They're trying to make a viral statement so that we talk about it, right? And they get popular and people want to come eat at their restaurant. It's probably going to backfire, much like the Bud Light thing did, you know, when they all they did was just send a can to Dylan Mulvaney. They didn't do anything but send one single can to Dylan Mulvaney, and look at what it did to Bud Light's market cap and
one hell of a can,
their sales and all that stuff, right?
All right, let's continue. Let's hear what this police officer, this person protecting us, has to say. Here we go.
By one of the workers there that they had a policy where they didn't serve people in uniform who were armed. You know, I just was like, you know, here we go again, you know, with this crap, basically.
In January, Pizza Squared on Brandon Street fired an employee after asking
your titties. There's
what?
There's bits for tits.
There's bitty for titties.
There's bitties for titties in the
boobies.
What
knockers?
Does that work?
Does that work? Is that good enough? She said thanks. So I think that we did a good enough job.
Hold on.
We Ray and I will do stuff for money too, people. Okay.
Yeah. What?
Ray and I will do stuff for bits as well.
Yeah.
Even though all of the bits go to April. So throw your bits at us.
Do we get bits for this?
We should get that's an itty bitty. We get itty bits.
Let's finish this off.
To leave. And in December of 2021, Hilda and Jesse restaurant in the city's North Beach neighborhood made national headlines after asking 3 uniformed police officers to leave. The owners later apologized for that. Right now, a sign posted outside of Reams and on its website says it's closed temporarily. We reached out to Reams after hours, but haven't heard back. But SFP...
fuck it. They're getting reamed. I think this is ridiculous. I think this is a discrimination.
Discrimination. Yeah,
it is discrimination.
But they're not a protected class, so it's allowed.
That's not fair.
If this was done against anyone else, it would be total discrimination and not be allowed to happen.
I mean, Colin, you got to see. I mean, you've seen what's going on in Chicago, right? I mean, it's like murder after murder after shooting after shooting. I mean, I think it's clear, and thank you, brother. It is complete discrimination, Marvelous Wolf.
Well, speaking of Chicago, and I know you're talking about the murders and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. Did you hear that their mayor, with the car break-ins and everything? Well, no. I didn't think they could get worse than Lori Lightfoot.
He's worse.
He's worse. And they voted him in.
What's his name? Mayor what?
So if you want to believe that, I mean, Chicago's always been known as this place that's like totally corrupt and everything like that. Like Chicago literally went from Lori Lightfoot, where everybody was like, "Oh my God, she's so terrible," to someone who's worse. Like, how does this happen, right?
How is it possible?
And then get this, right? There's multiple cars get broken into like crazy, right? Over there in Chicago, right?
Sure.
He isn't even blaming the criminals anymore. He's blaming the car companies.
Yes. Oh, yes. Because
for
making the cars too easy to break into.
Yeah. Oh, you're making the cars so easy to break into. Why would you put windows in a car? Why would you want to be able to see out of a car? Well, when people can break them.
I got something better for you. Did you hear that there was an actual shooting at the White Sox game in the stadium?
Don't they check everybody for guns in that?
Listen. So when the top cop was asked a question, this dickhead mayor does this. Ready? Now they're now for those of you listening on podcasts, you're not going to see this, but watch this. So they're going to ask him. No, we're gone. Listen.
Chicago's interim police superintendent pulled from the mic by the mayor while answering questions about gunfire at Sox Park Friday night.
So tonight we're learning that a Chicago.
So who's in control in
the mayor? I guess of that investigation. Natalie,
say it again.
So who's in control? I guess the mayor's in control over there. Clearly, it's a dictatorship in the city of Chicago.
But not only that, but he also and I'm sure you guys know this by now. He also whenever you try to put down the killers and the rapist and the people caught the gang members and call them like thugs or gangsters. He's like, well,
how dare you say that?
How dare you say that about them? How dare you compare them to Al Capone?
You said the T word.
Are you fucking serious? This story right here blows my mind. I just want to hear the rest of this real quick. It's only a minute long.
Standing by, she's got the latest.
Right. A press conference about the shooting today lasted only 6 minutes. It was abruptly ended as reporters asked interim superintendent Fred Waller about the teacher who was injured in the shooting. And Chicago Public Schools confirm
this is in a baseball stadium, not a minor league, in a major league baseball stadium
where they make you go through security. A lot of security normally.
They probably got rid of security because having security is probably racist.
Racist, yeah.
Hold on.
A CPS teacher was indeed shot at Friday night's Sox game. 2 women suffered injuries. Many are wondering how a gun got past metal detectors into the stadium.
You asked that question. I would love to know.
As police say they've almost certainly ruled out a flying bullet from outside the rate.
Coming from outside is something that we've almost completely dispelled, but we're still looking at every.
I'm sorry, this guy looks like he wants to shit his pants.
Yeah,
he was like, and look at this asshole behind him. Hold on,
he's just waiting.
Still under investigation. Something from inside, it could have happened that way, but we're looking at every avenue.
The shooting happened in the fourth inning, and despite not knowing where the bullet came from, Sox top brass opted against stopping the game. Police saying they did not believe safety was at risk. And still tonight, no one is saying who brought a gun.
So I'm sorry. Hold on. I didn't even realize that. They continued playing the game.
I mean, you got to.
Colin. Colin.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
somebody got shot in the stadium. They're going to continue playing the fucking game?
Hey, when 9/11 happened, what did the WWE do?
We all shut down. Everything shut down. What are you talking about?
Well, who was the first back?
Yeah, but the first back after how long? After almost a week.
Okay, well, they took 10 minutes.
Colin,
Somebody getting shot in the stadium, right?
Colin, this is fucking insane.
It is.
This is like insanity. What's going on over there in fucking Chicago?
Go watch Idiocracy. We're living in it now. I just feel like our world got teleported to a world where it's just like the craziness just happens. Like, what did they do with CERN and how we're in the upside down now?
It's got to be fucking Rick Sanchez.
Yeah, is it Rick Sanchez? Maybe we just got to get our shit together, Ray. Get it all together.
April
Put
says
it in the backpack.
April says, wow. And by the way, guys, for all those that don't know right now, April is absolutely topless while she's typing. Just putting it out there.
Very much so.
She is absolutely
so y'all know.
topless.
Envision that, everyone in the chat.
Yeah, and it's really cold in her apartment. In her home.
Very cold in her apartment.
Just throwing this out there. But she says, as she's typing,
she might be just a little bit sweaty too.
Little sweaty.
Just
but it's cold. It's cold in there.
Yeah, but she's glistening a little bit.
All right, all right. So April was glistening and topless. Nearly all shootings happen in gun-free zones. Fucking Wolf. I knew I was waiting for Wolf to jump in there. Damn it, I wish I could see you. Pervert. I love you. Look at April confirms this. Oh, yes. With the
Crocs were the futuristic shoes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody does like what's like the twerking stuff now. Like everybody, like we're eating like bugs and things now. Like it's so crazy.
Miss Tia the Transarchist says, and who is it that authorized gun-free zone legislation? The scumbags that currently sit in the Oval Office. And it's true, man. It's true. Like, I remember when New York, speaking of New York City, and we're going to get into this story here. New York, this fucking idiot mayor says, we're going to put up signs that say gun-free zone. You're not allowed to bring guns in this area. Are you, bro? You're criminals. You're not gonna fucking follow the rules. Like, I don't understand. Colin, it doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense, Ray. Doesn't make sense at all.
But yeah, April is definitely topless, guys. I'm just
totally topless.
Just letting you know that. Just you got anything, Colin?
There might even be a fan on, and her hair's just kind of like lightly blowing.
Shut up. You have anything? You have anything else, Colin? Because I have more.
No, I really don't have anything else, Ray. What more? You've got. You're always Mr. Topics here, like,
brother.
Like, honestly, you know, I'm in the middle of this terrible hurricane with these 100-mile-an-hour winds right now, like boobies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
Boobies in the chat.
Boobies. All right, I got another story. Now listen, for the raise of hands in the chat, who lives in a big city? No, Colin, you don't live in a big city, Colin. Do you live in a big city? No.
I mean, Raleigh is technically the capital of North Carolina, but I think Charlotte's bigger.
Okay, I think Charlotte's bigger. But for those living in a big city, I live in New York City, and we've been dealing with this whole migrant shit. And let me just preface real quick what's going on here. So basically, long story short, New York City, per square inch, it's just an island. It's small, but we've been getting, I think, if I'm correct, Colin, almost 90% of the migrants being shipped up here.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's insane. Now, what's happening is now our stupid mayor who said, oh, yeah, we're a fucking sanctuary city. Bring them all in. And then he brought them all in. I think he thought he was going to get, number one, paid for it. Number two, I think he thought the governor, who's another fucking dumb asshole, this idiot, was going to help him. And we're going to spread these fuckers all over the place. No. Colin, I take the train. You know how late I take the train home, right? Trains, before all the shit, they were empty. Dude, it's not just people from south of the border. I'm starting to see. Last night, there was a huge influx of what I think look to be men from Nigeria going to the area, you know, the hotel area that I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're probably gonna get a lot of Africans coming through. Like it well, and that's the thing. It's easier for them to get into the country, Ray, by flying to like South America, because you're getting a lot of Chinese people coming across Asian people coming across the border, Middle Eastern people coming across the border. And it's easier for them to fly to like Mexico or somewhere in Latin America or whatnot, and then just walk across the border from the south, because it's just so wide open than it is to fly into America and then risk, you know, whatever happens when you get to customs and everything like that. So you're going to see a lot more people just coming that way.
Well, this is the frustrating thing also. What they're trying to do is, I don't know if you know about this, they're trying to push, like, make it faster for them to get jobs.
Yeah.
Which I'm cool if you want to work, but there is a process. So now what's happening is, now you have hundreds of thousands of people pouring into our city, right? By square inch, they're using our national parks in New York City now. It's insane. Public areas, public schools. You know what? Let me just play this video so you have an idea. Colin, you could tell me to stop it when you want me to stop it.
And it's crazy now that, you know, these states like Florida and Texas that have been having to deal with this for so long. You know, now the rest of the country is finally getting to see what a lot of these states have had to deal with. But, you know, this migrant issue is not something that's just here in the United States. Look at what's going on in France, United Kingdom. You know, there's a lot of stuff in Europe. You know, if Alexa was here, she might say something about Germany and them having issues with migrants more than likely. But I mean, you've seen the craziness of the migrants in France, like attacking people and them having like wars out in the street with the cops and stuff like that, right?
Hold on, Eva. If they fucking touch my pizza here in New York City, there's going to be a real fucking problem.
There's going to be more beef patties instead of pizza, Ray.
I like Jamaican beef patties though.
Beef patties are pretty fucking fire.
Let me just play this. It's a 3-minute video. You stop it when you want me to stop it, okay? Here we go.
The White House pushing back against New York officials who say the federal government is not doing enough to help with the migrant crisis. This is hundreds gathered on Staten Island to protest a shelter for asylum seekers.
Oh, let me just make it clear. In this clip, what's happening now is that they're moving the migrants from New York City into Staten Island, which is one of the boroughs off of New York City. So New York City is separated into 5 boroughs. You got Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, and Manhattan. Now they're putting them in schools. Check it out.
At a Catholic school.
We want to go down to Fox 5's Briella Tomasetti. She joins us from outside that school, St. John Villa Academy, with the very latest. Good morning, Briella.
Dan and Bianca, good morning to both of you. As you probably,
By the way, Briella looks like a fucking party animal.
She does.
She feels like she's a good time.
She parties hard. Give her a bottle of
we've been
tequila.
following this since last week. There have been protests here pretty much every night. Last night, there was another one. It remained peaceful for the most part. At one point, an outsider came in. He taunted protesters. Police were able to quickly escort him away from the premises, away from the crowd. Those demonstrations continued peacefully. And despite the demonstrations, one day after another, the city and these neighbors have sort of come to a standstill because the city says nobody will be turned away.
This is what's going on.
It was another day of heated protests.
Let me just stop it real quick.
And see, they're making it seem like the ones that don't want them here, like and of course, like they showed all the white people in the crowd, like you get out of our country, you get out of our country, you migrants. And it's not just like white people, like it's Hispanic people that live in the community, it's black people.
Bro, we're all fucking.
It's everybody that lives in the community that doesn't want these people in their community, and the government knows what they're doing when they're doing this with these people and stuff like that, right? Like it's all a clown show.
Yeah, absolutely, it's a clown show. Chowny, man, what's going on, buddy? Jumping in late. It's fucking ridiculous. So what's happening also is, Colin, just so you guys have an idea. So the mayor, right? The idiot mayor is fighting with the idiot governor, right? And then the idiot governor is now blaming the idiot president of the United States. And then the idiot president of the United States is telling the governor to tell the mayor that, hey, this is your problem. I've never heard of that before. Whenever there's some type of crisis, you go to the top guy who's fucking the old doddering fool.
And if the federal government doesn't do anything, then it reverts to the state. I mean, these are just kind of how law. Like having worked in the restaurant industry, Ray. Like let's say certain states, like let's take North Carolina for example, right? North Carolina is an at-will state, right? So you can be fired. There's not a lot of unions and stuff like that in North Carolina, right? But then you have like
Yeah, Colin, the weed's kicking in, by the way.
yeah, no, what were you saying again? I'm sorry.
I'll just do this.
Lost train.
Knockers.
Knockers, yes.
No, we were talking about the migrants. We were talking about the how everybody's blaming each other, and it's supposed to be the president taking
Yes.
care of. Yeah.
So at a state level, so with the laws in like North Carolina, there's no break laws, right? So like on the labor poster, if you go to your job and you look, it has like what your break laws are, right?
Right.
So I worked at a restaurant once where the employees were like, "Oh man, you can't work us 8-hour days and not like 8 hours a day and not give us a break." Blah 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 blah, blah right?
Blah, blah,
So the kitchen manager at the time, he got pissed off of them complaining and everything. So he went and pulled the labor poster off the wall, pulled everybody in the back, and was just like, "Hey, this poster right here, if federally, there is no federal break law. So federally, I don't have to give you a break. And when there's no federal law, it reverts to whatever the state law is, right?" And he's like, North Carolina, well, we were in Alabama at the time, but North Carolina doesn't have a state break law, right? Unless you're under the age of 18, I don't have to give you a break. I can work you as much as I want. I don't have to give you a break, right? And so it must be that same situation where if you got to run it up the flagpole, and if the government, like the federal government's not going to give you the financing to help with the migrant issue and everything like that, then you got to go to the state. Well, now the state is like, I'm not helping you with any of that shit. So now New York is stuck. You know,
Yeah.
the mayor's going to have to do it himself but New York's a big city. Don't they have a good war chest of money to be able to handle all of this stuff and do all of these things?
No.
Like, isn't New York's GDP just like some like bigger than some states and stuff like
Here's
that?
the
just for
fucking
city?
problem. Here's the fucking problem. Okay. So now we have road work. We have the MTA that needs to be funded.
Yeah.
So guess what? So
They're
your
gonna get driver's
class
licenses. They're going to
your
get all
class
of
of your overstuffed class of 25 is going to 35.
and they don't have teachers for any of this stuff either.
Let me continue this.
It's all like forced. It's crazy how forced this is.
This is fucking. And this
Get
is
all the white
absurd.
people in the shot.
Hold on, yeah, get them all.
It's on Staten Island outside the shuttered St. John Villa Academy, which is now being used to house asylum seekers. Hundreds of demonstrators turned up to voice their opposition against the now 300-bed makeshift shelter.
No one asked me if I wanted it. I didn't ask for it. It's in my backyard now. My son's view from his bedroom is showers and a garbage container.
Migrants moved into St. John Villa Academy on Friday. Now the borough is at the helm of a spiraling crisis. A Staten Island judge initially ruled that the Adams administration could not use the vacant building as a shelter, but the city appealed and had the ruling overturned. Republican lawmakers have since filed a lawsuit to shut down the shelter.
This is zoned to be a school, not to be a dormitory.
City Hall says less than 2%.
That Greek
of the
lady's
59
pissed.
Oh, she's angry.
That Greek lady is pissed.
You could tell, right? What was her name? Something Dopoulos?
Malia, Greek Papadopoulos or something like
Something
that.
Adopoulos?
Malikakis. She's related to Greek god Papadopoulos.
She was. I don't know if you see a bunch of Asians here, by the way, but go ahead. We continue.
Look, there's a Hispanic guy. There's some
Yes.
Asian people. Yeah. Look,
But
but you
the
can't
cameraman's
tell.
like,
You can't
"Get out
tell
of the
that.
shot."
Like, yeah, get the white guy in the shot.
Yeah, hold on.
seekers the city is caring for are being sheltered on Staten Island.
This is a national problem.
Last week, Mayor Adams' chief of
Huh.
staff appeared on Good Day
She has lovely eyes.
New York and
She really
called on
does.
the federal government to step up.
We are not the only city that is
Can she
burdened with
be
it,
y'all's
but we
mayor?
certainly have.
Say again?
Can she be y'all's mayor? She's a lot better to look at than your
Oh,
current
she's
mayor.
very, very attractive.
Your current mayor just looks like Lori Lightfoot without the wig.
He looks like a fucking idiot.
Have more than our share.
But in two letters obtained by
Listen to
Politico, the
this.
Biden administration pushed back at criticism that it hasn't done enough for New Yorkers. Homeland Security Secretary
out.
Alejandro Mayorkas reportedly
Dude looks
sent
like
a pair
Jeff
of letters
Bezos.
to Governor Kathy Hochul
I thought it was Jeff Bezos at first.
and Mayor Adams, citing structural and operational issues that were identified during a week-long assessment of the
people
city's
just look
performance.
evil.
He said, quote,
Like
the
Kathy
structural
Hochul looks
issues
like
include
Cruella DeVille.
She's fucking horrible. Read this. Check this out. Look.
governance and organization of the migrant operations, including issues of authority, structure, personnel, and information flow. The operational issues include the subjects of data collection, planning, case management, communications, and other aspects of day-to-day
Motherfuckers.
operations.
So basically, go fuck yourselves.
Just move to Florida, Ray, where they're busing the migrants to where you live currently.
Basically, go fuck yourselves, San Diego. That's what they're saying.
New York, San Diego, anywhere, just fuck yourselves.
It's a goddamn travesty, Colin. We're about an hour in. We're almost at the top 5. One more thing I wanted to talk about. It's a little sad thing, but I just wanted to have an open conversation about this. Recently, you know, we had a couple of people that passed away, and you know, I wanted to talk to you about celebrity deaths. Now, recently in the world of professional wrestling, he was 36, right, Colin? Bray?
I
Bray
think so,
Wyatt?
yeah. He was 36, yeah.
36-year-old professional wrestler by the name of Bray Wyatt. His real name, what was it? Wyndham Rotunda, passed away. I don't know, had a heart attack. I'm not going to get into the jab conversation, or the whatever you want to call it, but he passed away. And you know, Bob Barker passed away, and a couple of months ago, Pee Wee Herman passed away, and you know, when Bray passed away, for me, this was kind of Terry Funk passed away. That's right, Marvelous Wolf. Like, you know, why is it that, Colin, when a celebrity passes away, like we hurt almost like sometimes, like I've had people that I kind of knew that passed away. I genuinely, like, I cried for Wyndham Rotunda, for Bray Wyatt, you know, aka I'll just call him Bray Wyatt. For Bray Wyatt, I cried for his family, his kids, like I knew them. My son was devastated by it. Oh yeah, the Iron Sheik. I felt very sad about that, even though he lived, you know, a long life and stuff like that. Why do you think that we mourn so much for that?
I mean, because they're a big part of your childhood, and we can't let things go. That's kind of human habit. We're always looking at our childhood and stuff like that, right? Like, I don't get it, like, because I don't really feel that way when celebrities die, right? Like, I mean, it's kind of sad, yeah, that they passed away and everything like that, but they didn't really affect me like that, where I'm just gonna like your situation you had with Bray, right? Like, I get it. You know, a dad died, a father passed away, his kids aren't going to know him anymore and all that other type of stuff. But, you know, at the end of the day, he brought me joy and stuff like that, but I don't get, you know, crying over him and acting the way that a lot of people do about some of these people's deaths. Like with the Kobe Bryant stuff, like when Kobe died, like everybody just
oh my God,
like went crazy over Kobe dying and everything like that, right? Like, so I don't get it, but I kind of got it a little bit today, right? Like I was watching Aladdin with my son, and the genie popped up, and I'm just like, I mean, this character was so like, that was Robin Williams. The genie was like who probably Robin Williams was like at heart, which is why that character was so great. And then that kind of helped propel his career a little bit more than what it was, right? Like it kind of helped rejuvenate him as an artist. And I'm like, oh damn, I do kind of miss Robin Williams. But
I agree with April, where, you know, I feel like, you know, like she said, and I mentioned this during the show earlier today with the vet, the Next Level Wrestling review. They come into our homes.
Yeah.
You know, you watch them every single week. You feel like an attachment to them. Like for me, like I had mentioned, and you know, I've said this to you, that it hurt me more because it hurt my son.
Yeah.
You know, and then I started thinking, God, what if I died, you know, in my sleep or something like that? I mean, I'm not trying to bum you guys out, scare you guys, but like, you know, I'm 47. You know, my son's only 15. Like, it's, God forbid, you know, something like that happens. You know, my father passed away. I was 31 when he passed away. And I felt absolutely cheated. Like, I was angry, a little angry at God. You know, I was like, why did you take him away? He was such a good father. And it always seems like really good people go so early. That's why I want to be an asshole. You know, I'm hoping that maybe, you know, the evil and the darkness inside of me just keeps me going until the last minute change.
You have to look at the glass half full in this though too, right? Like, yeah, your dad died,
Sorry,
right?
April. Mhm.
Right, but you at least got to spend what 31 years
I did,
with
yeah.
him, right? It's a lot better than Bray's kids, you know, who aren't going to get to have those conversations with their dad, right? Like you at least got to have an adult conversation with your dad, right? Like that's kind of what I look forward to with my son. Like one day is just like actually being able to like sit down and have a conversation with him because right now he's a kid and it's
Right.
fun getting to see the kid side of him and stuff like that,
Mhm.
right? But it would be interesting to see the adult side of him and actually have a conversation where he's understanding and it's not like his kid logic and his kid innocence and stuff like that, right? Like him actually having been through some experiences and not just being that, you know, I guess it being a
No,
kid.
I totally understand because now I'm starting to have these adult conversations with Aiden.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
But then again, it may be
Sorry,
better,
buddy.
you know, as a young kid, right? Like it may be better for you if your father or somebody like that passes away at a young age because then you don't know him, right?
Right.
So then you don't really have a lot of these memories and these attachments.
I don't believe that because a lot of people that I know, let me just say a lot of people that I know that lost their father without really knowing them, they go their whole lives just like grieving, like, oh my God, I wish I could have known him, at least, you know, had a good picture of him in my mind.
And that could
you have to
be
suffer that way.
But
See,
is
Eva
that
disagrees with you, Colin.
is
She said
that
you're stupid.
No, but is that the sociological aspect of that where everyone was like, "Oh my God, your dad would have loved you. Your dad would have," like that's everybody putting that thought into your head with the peer pressure type stuff, right?
Right.
Like what if that is them adding that extra stress and you know, because there is that aspect of like, let's say you're growing up, Ray, and you've got like a parent or somebody that's like, nah, don't go to that school. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. Right. Like you're going to kind of listen to them your whole life. And then maybe one day you do the opposite and you realize, well, maybe they were just telling me that the whole entire time. Right.
Sorry, War Demon. We have a lot of people here that seems that they lost their parents very early in life. And, you know, I'm sorry. You know, you're right, Colin. Like I was fortunate enough to have like my father was really fucking great. Like I feel bad. Like War Demon says, you know, my dad left me and my mother before I was born. He only cared about money. That fucking sucks.
When you and now look at it like this too. Think about when we do keep them around too long. Think about like the people whose parents live until they're 80 and 90s when they're constantly having to go to the hospital to go see them.
Right.
And then like their parent is just laying there. What would be better? It's selfish of us to keep that person on life support when they can't live their best life, right? But we want to keep them around. I got to keep you around. I got to keep you around when it's actually better for us to just let them go and let them go be better than what we see them just laying in a bed where they might not even be reacting to you, right? So there's that side of the coin too, where our own selfishness is why we try to keep, you know, maybe our own parents and stuff like that alive, or a kid that the doctor's like, you know, there's no saving them, and you're just like, no, just keep going, right? Like when that's your selfishness, right? When you should let them stop their suffering and just go on. Like again, they're 80 years old, they lived a full life, you know, like so. Different sides of the coin to look at, Ray.
Different sides of the coin, but you know, with all that being said, man, like again, like with my kid, I guess I don't know. I guess I saw him suffering. And Eva, and I'm sorry, Winona said something pretty cool, which is another reason why, like, I kind of dug, you know, Bray Wyatt, especially for my son, because my son likes to kind of paint his own path. She's like, I really identify with Bray's gimmick. That means his character, being handicapped and struggling with always trying to fit in and deal with health issues. Wrestling was that escape. Guys like him make us realize it's okay not to just fit in and make our own path. And that's why I feel, like I said, certain people are a deeper connection than just that. But, you know, to all those that have loved and lost, man, and, you know, like, look at Eva, you know, I lost my mom at 7 and my dad at 37. Like, my mom is still around and kicking. God bless. You know what I'm saying? So I guess you're right, guys. I mean, I'm talking about celebrity deaths. Is there, all right, one question before I let this go. Is there a celebrity death at all for you that kind of did like really affect you at all?
I mean, I'd probably, like I said, probably like Robin Williams. You know,
Would that be it?
maybe when I was a kid and kind of felt that stuff. Maybe when I heard like Macho Man dying. Well, that
Macho
was a
Man,
little
that
bit
was
older.
that one was sad. Yeah.
Yeah. Some of those guys like Kurt Hennig, like I'm gonna go back to wrestling stuff because I feel like I wish these guys were still around so I could watch them today, kind of thing. But not too many celebrities where I'm just kind of like, oh man, that well, maybe Chris Farley.
Chris Farley was a big one too.
Chris Farley's a good one.
That one really hurt my heart.
Mostly comedians, yeah.
Yeah. Because these are people that brought joy to our hearts, like wrestling, like right now we were saying wrestling. You know, these are people like I know maybe you guys don't get wrestling, but it's kind of like our like crazy family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it is what it is. But listen, enough of the sad stuff. We're gonna talk some fun now. We have 2 more segments to go, and this is one of our favorite segments of the show. Colin, you have anything to say? Like you want to say something?
Yeah, no. So Eva is filling April in on the thing that we were talking about, right? I do.
Oh,
actually,
I'm sorry. War Demon. Scott Hall was
Scott Hall was another good one. Yeah,
that
just
broke
recently,
my heart as well.
Okay,
I'm
but
sorry.
I actually do have a story, but I
Go
can't
ahead.
really tell it because it's like kind of private, right?
Personal, right?
About where I have seen where a young kid who is in therapy now because his parent who is taking care of him is constantly like talking to him about his dad and like making it seem like all these like just like putting the like the kids in therapy now, I guess, right? Like because of it, right? So there can be some negative side effects if you're just constantly like talking about like making it seem like he was there and all these other things when he probably wasn't, right? So I don't know the whole story. That's why I can't really speak on it, but I do know there is an example about where they're just putting too much pressure on the child.
We might need to do this at least once every couple of months or something, maybe for the holidays or something. We bring
Whenever
this
April
show
wants
back.
to take a break.
Yeah, whenever you want to take a break, April. I love April, but I quite enjoy doing this. This is a show I love doing with Colin, and not for nothing, guys. Before we jump into our top 5, Colin. For those who don't know, I love Colin. Colin's like my little brother, man. And we put this show together during probably one of the darkest times in the world, 2020, with the pandemic and everything like that. And whether you believed in the coronavirus or not or whatever, it kind of brought us some levity and some good times. So, this little show has a little special place in our heart. But with all that being said, Colin, it is time for our top 5.
It's now the time for our top 5. For our top 5. It's now the time. Yeah. It's now the time for our top 5. For our top 5. It's now the time. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is our top 5. That's 5. Yeah. Our top 5 favorite mugshots, celebrity mugshots, famous people and stuff, people that got arrested. And this is going to be fun. I actually found a web page that had like top 30. What the hell's going on? What the hell was that?
My son's locked out, so he's yelling under the door.
Hit him.
Can't.
You don't have a stick you can stick through the door?
No. He's mad now.
Anyway, I found a website that actually had like a whole bunch of them, and a lot of the pictures are here, so I'm going to use that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Website, but it's not numbered the way I want it to be numbered. You know what I'm saying? I have my personal top 5, but so you want to go with your number 5?
Yeah, my number 5 is actually Bill Gates.
Oh, do you have that? I think I have that picture. You want me to bring it up?
Got it. Yeah, if you got the Bill Gates one, like look at like this kid looks like what is this kid getting arrested for? Right.
Hold on, I'm gonna bring it up right now. Hold on, stand by. This is the Bill Gates. This is fantastic. There you go.
Like this is the guy
That's number one on this list.
He's number one on that list that you're
on
at?
this list. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not pulling up, Ray.
You don't see it?
No, I don't see it.
You don't see it on the screen?
No, it's not on the screen at all.
It is on the screen.
Here, let me try it. Now it is. Now it looks like it loaded up.
Okay, you guys can
Look at
see
that
it on
guy.
the screen, right? It's on the screen, Colin.
Now it is. Now it is. Yeah, now
Okay,
it is.
all
It
right,
wasn't
all right.
before. It didn't
was.
load for some reason.
All right, anyway, everybody saw it except you, Colin. Maybe
I'm
it's
sorry.
You're wacky tobacco. But go ahead, continue as you were saying.
But Bill Gates, I mean, look at this guy. Look at the evil genius that has tricked everyone into believing that he created Microsoft when he really just bought it from somebody.
What it says here, it says Bill Gates' famous mugshot was taken in Albuquerque, New Mexico in 1977 for driving without a license and running a stop sign. A year later, Gates moved his startup company Microsoft to Seattle, where he famously received 3 speeding tickets in his 911 Porsche. Fucking A.
That guy.
That's pretty
Yeah,
dope.
that
bro.
guy. Look how nerdy he looks, though, bro. Like,
Yeah, he looks pretty shitty. But let me tell you, this is
oh my god, I see one of my favorite ones there too right now on the little thing as you're scrolling.
Oh, you
It's
can see that?
backstage stuff. Yeah, I can see the crazy one. Yeah.
Well, this is my guy. And this was in 2002, and this is a very famous one. And it's just one of my favorites because god damn, like you couldn't look any worse taking a mugshot. Who is it? Our friend Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte, God, look at his hair.
This is
great.
fucking fat. Do you remember this, guys?
I do.
Fingers in the hole if you remember this, guys. You put the little finger emoji going into the hole emoji. You know how to do it, guys. Fingers in the
Yes,
hole. I
fingers
taught
in the holes. Fingers in the holes.
It says here, actor Nick Nolte, age 71, was arrested in Malibu in 2002 for a DUI and drug charge for being under the influence of the drugs. What is it? I can't even read that. Gamma hydroxybyrate. Jesus Christ.
He was on GHB.
Oh, okay. I
It's a
should've read
date
that.
rape drug.
Jesus Christmas. Are you serious?
Yes.
God damn. That's an awesome fucking well, all right. What's your number 4?
That is actually my number.
That's your number 4?
Yes, Nick Nolte. Look
All
at
right.
him. It's a tie between him and James Brown because that James Brown has just the crazy, like just enough, right? Like I don't know if you found it, which you're scrolling through again for one. I don't know if that guy's on your list, Ray, but
that guy is on my list if you know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring up my number 4. It's fucking James Brown. I mean, there's almost like a commonality with the the fucking my mugshots that I love. I don't know if you guys remember this. In 2004, it says James Brown, the iconic godfather of soul, at age 70, was no stranger to run-ins with the law. Brown was busted here January 2008 in Aiken
Like
County,
Black
South
Nick
Carolina.
Nolte.
It's like right around the corner from where you live, and
Damn,
charged with
man.
domestic violence against his 33-year-old wife. What a piece of shit.
Aiken County. Yeah, it's not it's not close
Do you
to
want,
Raleigh.
do,
It's
do you want
closer
me
to
to send you?
Gastonia,
Do you want me to
Charlotte.
send you the link so you could bring?
No,
up
you're
yours?
fine. I've got mine pulled up as tabs.
So what's your number 3?
Well, let's see. Let me pull up my number 3. Is Tim Allen.
You have it?
Tim the Tool Man Allen. Yeah, I'll pull it up since you've got that other one. Long before he was the home improvement guy in Santa Claus.
See, now yours is not coming up.
He was trafficking drugs.
Hold on, let me bring mine down. Go ahead, bring yours up again. Let me remove this. Go ahead, do it again. Yeah, yours is not coming up. Do you guys see it?
Can you guys can see mine, right? But right now it's Tim the Tool Man. He's got his little sign up. Oh, maybe that's it said we were having some.
Oh, there he is.
issues. Yeah.
No, I see him. It's pathetic.
Tim the Tool
What's
Man
up with the
Taylor.
mustache? He looks like
I think this was cocaine. He got busted for trafficking cocaine. Like a large quantity of cocaine. He was trafficking cocaine.
Can you make that bigger? The pants?
I mean, that's what she said.
Yeah, well, look at that face.
Oh, it's just clicking on. Hang on, maybe I have.
Oh, that's pretty good. Tim the Tool Man Taylor. Yeah. All right. This is not good radio, so we're gonna have.
No,
to
it's
move
not
on.
good radio. Let's go to the. Who is your number 3, Ray?
All right. So my number 3. Now this one, I'm gonna give you guys a hint. All right. This guy is fucking stunning. You know, this guy's mugshot gave him a fucking career.
It's his eyes.
And I think you guys know who I'm talking about. I didn't even know this fucking guy's name until I reread this article. It's been years. Do you remember this guy? Jeremy Meeks, the hot felon. So in 2014. So man, Jesus Christ, Colin, that's almost 10 years ago.
So it's now it's not loading for me on my end, Ray. But I know the guy that you're talking about because he was an internet sensation. It's very, very smoky eyes. It's the eyes that do it for you, Ray.
Beautiful
it's
eyes.
the eyes, right?
Do you guys see it in the chat? Just write a yes. Yes. All right. So then yes. April says, "Ooh, I remember that
she
guy.
remembers this
Yummy."
guy. I want to say this guy. He actually started the whole mugshotties trend, right? Like where people would start scouring these lockup pages, which are public information most of the time, right? And before Elon took over Twitter and got rid of the API stuff for like bots and things like that, you used to be able to get what was called mugshotties, which would be like it would scrape all of the mugshots taken to find like all of the like hot girls and like hot guys and like put them out there for like everyone to see, like, oh, this hot chick got arrested for something crazy. So I want to say it all started with this guy. Like this guy was the viral trend that started everyone scraping mugshots to find like the hottest person that just got arrested that evening.
So let me read this real quick. It says Jeremy Meeks, a former Crips gang member and convicted felon who became famous due to his mugshot after arrested during a California gang sweep called Operation Ceasefire in Stockton. Police posted his arrest mugshot on their Facebook page, and it says his hot felon mugshot went viral, raking up 96,000 likes. While serving his sentence for firearm and grand theft charges, Meeks was recruited for a modeling contract and is now a fashion model.
We need some cold water in the chat, Ray.
What's that?
You got loins fired up in the chat with this picture up there,
Bro,
Ray.
I mean, the guy's fucking hot.
You have to throw some water on Winona and April over there.
This is number 3. What's your number?
Acting up in the chat.
What's your number 2, buddy?
My number two is this is another one that's always fun. You know, he's always cast as kind of this lovable dad, this lovable character. In the movie Men in Black, he was the leader of kind of the Men in Black, so to speak. Who am I talking about, Ray? You probably didn't know this man had a mugshot, none other than Rip Torn.
I don't see it, but okay.
Let me remove it. I'll add it to the stream. Rip Torn.
Oh yes, there he is. Oh yes. Oh, he was awesome in Dodgeball.
Yes, great actor. Has the same "I got drunk, crazy hairstyle" mugshot picture that everybody else does.
If you can dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. That's all I gotta say.
Clearly, you can't dodge a mugshot.
You cannot dodge a mugshot.
You cannot dodge a mugshot.
All right, so I'll jump into my number two, right? And my number 2, this was a slam dunk for me. I'm a huge fan. And my number 2 and my number 1 are both musicians. I'm gonna just throw it out there real quick. And this guy is possibly the king of rock and roll, as they call him, Elvis Presley. In 1970, and I don't know if Colin can see that. It's probably not popping up for him. It says
I can't see it.
You can see it. It says the stylish, famous mugshot is believed not actually to be a real mugshot, rather taken November 17th, 1970 by the Denver, Colorado police for Elvis's honorary police badge. Elvis was being honored for donating. Anyway, I just like the way
Bro, he looks drunk in that picture.
I thought he looked fucking fantastic. He's fucking Elvis Presley,
great.
bro.
You know why? You know why he looks great, Ray?
Why?
Because he's my number 1 mugshot.
Is he your fucking number 1?
He's my number 1.
You motherfucker.
And I can't have Trump. I can't have Trump be my number 1. Because clearly, like, that's why we're doing this, right? It's Trump. It's totally fucking the guy is dressed like the king for his mugshot.
Wow.
Like he is the most like perfect mugshot ever. Elvis Presley, the king.
Speaking about the king, this is my king. This is my all-time favorite singer, my all-time favorite performer.
Did he do it his way, Ray?
It's Frank fucking Sinatra. I mean, 1938 says Francis Albert Sinatra was arrested in Hoboken, New Jersey.
He looks like a thug, Ray.
Yo, for seducing a woman. What does that mean?
And then come to find out he didn't get in trouble for it, though.
Well, what does that
She
mean,
was-
seducing a woman?
Because I guess you couldn't be lecherous back in those days, right? Like you couldn't catcall women on the streets.
That's what he got arrested for? Catcalling?
I don't know if it. Hey, I'm Frank Sinatra over here. I don't know if that's what he said to her. That was.
Well, we're about to go home, but before we do that, we're gonna jump into the random mail sack here. You cool with that?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. We're about to go home, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the random mail sack where we asked you guys to send us your top 5 and just send us shit. And I have shit and top 5. Here we go.
Mail sack.
Mail sack. Mail sack.
Mail
Mail sack. Mail sack.
Mail
Mail
sack.
sack. Mail sack.
Mail sack.
Mail sack. Mail sack.
Mail sack.
Mail sack.
Mail sack.
Mail sack. Mail sack.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the random mail sack, and we'll let this play out. So we got our first bit of mail here, and this is via Twitter. We have the cold-blooded, I call him cold-blooded, cold XX, blooded XX, says, at Big Ray, at Colin, holy crap, hashtag RRP is back by popular demand. Here is my top 5 celebrity mugshots. Number 5, Chris Tucker. It's a good one. Number 4, James Brown. Number 3, Bill Gates. Number 2, Nick Nolte. And number 1, Michael Jackson. I never seen that one before. I don't remember that one.
I will look that one up while you were.
Look that one up while I
going
bring
to
up
the
the next bit of mail here. And this one comes from, oh yeah, Beauty Junkie 325. You may know her as Lisbeth. She goes, okay, I'm going with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, that's right. It is this one. That's the you would, if you saw this one, right, you would be like, oh shit, that's
right.
the mugshot. Hang on.
Let me just read it. Let me read off.
Go ahead.
Jane Fonda, Phil Spector, Johnny Cash, and number 1, Nick Nolte. What do you got there, Colin?
You got.
Oh, that's right.
That's his mugshot. I just thought that was just a picture of Mike. I didn't realize that was his mugshot.
I forgot about that shit, bro. Interesting. But we have one more. We have one more piece of mail, Colin. I'm gonna bring up. Okay, you ready?
Let's go.
All right, we got from our boy, Scam Wolfers. We're gonna go to your Miran.
Scam Wolfers is in the chat.
Here he goes. What is it here? I'm trying to press. Okay, here we go. It says number 5, Frank Sinatra. Number 4, David Bowie, 1976. Number 3, Jim Morrison. That's a really good popular one. Number 2, Johnny Cash, 1965, and number 1 from 1988, James Brown. He says Herb Abrams levels of wackiness there. So, Colin, that's it, brother.
We got one more, Ray. We
that?
actually have an email in our mail sack.
Oh shit!
From Buckshot Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Big Ray and Colin. It's Buckshot Kid. Great to see this show is back again. My top 5 is number 5, 1897, Siberia, Vladimir Lenin. Number 4, August 21st, 1989, Lynn County, Andre the Giant. Number 3, May 3rd, 1969, Toronto Airport, Jimi Hendrix. Number 2, October 25th, 1989, Beverly Hills, Zsa Zsa Gabor. And number 1, November 17th, 1970, by the Denver, Colorado Police for Elvis. Number 1 is Elvis.
Elvis. Well, Colin, we did it. We filled in for April. This is what me and Colin do, right?
Sorry, when you say like we did it, there was George St. Pierre once said like, I think at the end of one of his fights, like he was like, I said I was going to come back and win, and I said that I did it, and I did it. Like, so it's like when you say we did it, I'm like, and I did it.
He did do it.
I hear George St. Pierre in my head.
He did do it. Let's just show Michael Jackson one more time. That is fucking terrifying. Anywho. All right, we can take that down. Anyway, Colin, it's great to do the show with you, man.
Yes, it was. It was great to do the show with you as well, sir.
And I had a lot of fun.
I have to say
it's fucking awesome.
It's pretty fucking awesome.
Would you stop?
Who would have thought main floor? Who would have thought Mario was on? Whoever thought that was a choice? That was an option.
Will you stop?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, it's all good. It's all good. Anyway, well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it. I guess we'll be back next week. But
like we weren't gonna do a good job, right?
Well, I mean, it's been a while. I mean, we could have really fucking sucked. Would have been terrible.
We don't do any sucking.
No, Colin. Sometimes we do suck, bro. I mean, that's pretty true, right?
Okay, I guess.
I mean, but it's true. Did you know that April was totally fucking topless during the whole time? Did you get the picture?
Whole time, glistening. She was like rubbing an ice cube down her neck,
incredible.
Like the fan was blowing.
Yeah. Did you get the one where she was licking that gimmick schnabbits?
Yeah, the gimmick schnabbits.
That was pretty cool, man. I gotta tell you, man, that was pretty awesome. Goodbye, guys. Yeah. Anyway, fucking jobbers.
Oh wait, Babo's got one coming in. Let's get this while we hit the. I am late. Had to change a diaper. Number 5, Boy George. Number 4, Vince Vaughn. Number 3, James Brown. Number 2, Elvis. And number 1, Steve Carrier.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Steve Carrier, the ringside news guy.
We're out of here, guys. We love you. We'll see you next week on the A Show.
Peace out. A Show down.
Yeah. Yowie. Wowie.
It's fucking